This
Here for the broadcast. Okay.
Our next senior is number 62, Joseph Pellegrini. Joseph is an offensive lineman and a linebacker. He's joined tonight by his mom, Neve, his father, Ron.
Let me see if I can set them somewhere in here.
Our next senior is number 75, Connor Johnstone. He's a tackle and defensive lineman. He's joined by his parents, Carolyn and Rob Johnstone. And he's out there with his brothers, Billy, class of 23, Clayton, class of 27, and the Barger family. Next up, number 88, Charles Swall, a linebacker and edge player. He's joined by his mom, Gretchen, his dad, Scott, who's a Belgrade from 84 and the offensive line coach on the varsity team, and his sister, Alex. Next, we have a manager, Joaquin Alino. Joaquin is joined by his parents, Jake and Jennifer, his brothers, Justin, class of 21, and Jared. Sorry, probably Gerard.
Go ahead on the last one.
Our next manager is Roman Madsen. Roman is joined by his parents, Justin and Mary. Are we doing Charlie Jewell? No Charlie Jewell. Thank you to all of our seniors and their families and many supporters for all they've done for the Bellarmine football program over these last 4 years. Good luck and blessings in all your future endeavors.
If you could start the clock in 5 minutes, 5 minutes and 6 more.
Roger that. We will start the clock at 6:40. Okay. We did it.
Still 30 minutes or 8 minutes?
I'll ask him.
gentlemen, as we welcome you to San Jose City College. It is senior night for the Bellarmine Bells, their last home game of the season, taking on the Archbishop Mitty Monarchs. Hey, folks, we welcome you to the broadcast. Kevin Dannon, Bellarmine class of 2005, alongside Josh Haven, class of 2026. And Josh, 0-8 Bellarmine, 0-5 in league against 3-5 Mitty, 0-5 in league. So if there was ever a game to win this year, this is the one.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, this is going to be a great game. And, you know, we're excited to see because both teams have showed real drive in the offensive side and on the defensive side. But, you know, this is going to be the one that decides who goes 0-9 in league. So it's exciting.
Yeah, no, it really is. And we've heard, now we'll see on Bellarmine's first offensive drive if it's going to happen, but there could be a change at quarterback today for the Bells.
There could, yes. There has been rumor that Nick Weber might be taking another position on, and Dominic Sotelo might be coming onto the field to play the quarterback position. So
if you see number 7 in shotgun or under center, that is your guy. That is Sotelo. That would be the new quarterback, the senior here.
That's right.
On a senior day. But the Bells will be starting on defense. They will be kicking it off. And kicking it off for Bellarmine. Now, I have Micah Robinson as number 30.
Yeah. So Micah Robinson is normally our kicker, and
it's 25 who is not on the roster.
Yeah. Not sure. Usually we would be kicked off by number 30, Micah Robinson, 4-star recruit. Great guy, and he can kick, but number 25 kicking it off for the Bells today.
Unfortunately, not on the roster.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll double check Max Preps, but the last time, yeah. Well, your guess is as good as mine. This is kicked off, and it'll be returned by the Monarchs up past the 20, and a good return here for Mitty. They'll take it to the 35. That was Billy Hutton with
Great
the
play.
solid return.
Good stop by the Bellarmine Bells on that kickoff return.
David Diaz-Infante in his second year as the head coach of the Bellarmine Bells, and the head coach for Mitty is Danny Sullivan, a former Arizona State quarterback, class of 2010.
That's right.
So, used to coach at Los Gatos.
Mitty's offense is coming out on the field.
They will be led by quarterback Jonah Cronin. And watch out for number 4, Lazaro Farage Washington, who has more than 800 rushing yards this season. He's in motion. He takes the handoff. No, it's kept by Kronig, and Kronig has a first down. Gets built north of the 45 at the 47 before he's met by Kieran Lee. So that's going to be a 12-yard gain and a Mitty first down.
Yeah, a few men taking in on that tackle. One of them, number 6, Henry Clark. They couldn't quite get him before the line of scrimmage, but still a solid stop by the Bells. And that is going to be, it's going to put the ball somewhere around the 47-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the Monarch 47 here for Mitty. Out of the gun. Farage Washington will take it this time, and he's into plus territory. Stays on his feet, looking to bounce it out, and will get near a first down before he runs into Judah Halapua and Tatum. This will be a 9-yard gain for Lazaro Farage Washington. Has some pretty incredible stats this year.
That's right. Farage Washington, 843 all-purpose yards and counting now, averaging over 100 yards per game.
And averaging 8 yards per carry. So quite the season he has had.
That's right.
2nd and 1 for the Monarchs. With 10:40 to go in the first quarter. Pistol set, 3 receivers. Harrington is the H-back, number 87. It's a handoff for Raj Washington. Has the first down, takes a few tacklers with him to about the 40 for a gain of 4, and the chains will move.
Yeah, Raj, he's hard to take down. The Bellarmine Bells, you know, they're trying their hardest right now, but he's breaking through, and we're going to need some sort of momentum in order to stop him from getting all the way to the end zone here.
He has 8 touchdowns this season on the ground and a receiving touchdown as well. So 9 touchdowns overall this year.
That's right.
Had 143 rushing yards last year as a sophomore. Shotgun this time. Faraj Washington bouncing it off right guard, gets into the second level of the defense, and is close to another first down. Kieran Lee and friends in on the stop, also helping make the play, Jordan Visperus, and he's going to be a half yard short.
That's right. Washington's really shifty on the plays. You know, he sheds tackles really well, and he gets by our defense, and the guys are doing well at taking him down in the backfield, but you know, he just keeps inching his way to first downs. So some solid momentum for the Monarchs.
Yeah, 3 carries, 22 yards for him. 4 carries, 34 yards as a team already. That's 8.5 per carry. That is really good ground gainage for the Monarchs. And this time Kronig will tuck it and run himself. He is spun down inside the 30, taken down there by Alexander Sisler. But that's going to be another first down.
That's right. Ball just short of Bellarmine's 20-yard line. And Kronig, somewhat of a dual threat himself.
Yeah, no, he likes to tuck it and run. That was a 9-yard gain there. Kronig on the season averages 5 yards per rush, and that accounts for sack yardage as well. So it's a really good number. 3 receivers, a tight end, a back, 11 personnel, throwing over the middle of the field, and it just is over the outstretched arm of Billy Hutton, the wide receiver, senior 5'9", $160, with 10 receptions and 2 receiving touchdowns.
That's right. Couldn't quite get enough separation to get that ball. And I believe that was number 20.
Jackson Morales.
Jackson Morales.
Number 20 for the Bells. Also have Miles Crooks deep in that secondary, one of the safeties.
Shown some great defensive skills this year. Already having 22 tackles as a sophomore.
4 wide set here on second down for the Monarchs. It's Faraj Washington, all sorts of space to run as he bulldozes a defender and gets taken down inside the 10. It will be first and goal. Tatum stopping a touchdown.
That's right. You can't let Washington pass that line of scrimmage because he just knows how to shed tackles, and he just keeps on getting first downs for the Monarchs.
It's a 16-yard gain. He already has 38 rushing yards. Josh, you're talking about how he averages over 100 yards per game.
Yeah.
Well, he's well on pace for that this year.
He is well on pace for that. 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, or excuse me, the first quarter.
Flag is thrown. Let's see what this is about with 8:13 to go. A discussion amongst the officials. And offside on Bellarmine. That'll be at half the distance to the goal penalty.
Unfortunate mistake for the Bells, and that's going to put the Monarchs in great scoring position.
Now, this has been a pretty easy drive for Mitty to this point. Just the one incomplete pass. Otherwise, have moved it pretty well. First and goal from the 3. Harrington in motion, the tight end. Faraj Washington is going to waltz into the end zone for a touchdown. And that was a pretty efficient drive there for Mitty. A 3-yard rushing touchdown for Lazaro Faraj Washington.
That's right, beautiful drive. And that's going to put Faraj Washington at 9 total touchdowns this season, 8 rushing. Excuse me, 10 total touchdowns, 9 rushing. With 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Great offensive drive by the Monarchs to start off this game. Let's see if the Bells can respond.
So on to kick the extra point, number 54, Chase Graff.
Just to make my life easier.
A left guy runs out onto the field for Mitty. Low snap, and the extra point is blocked. That's big number 6, Henry Clark, one of the captains for this game, coming through.
That's right, number 6, Henry Clark. Big guy, one of Bellarmine's best defensive players overall. I believe he's one of the leaders in tackles for the Bells.
He saved the point. Chase Graff had been really good on extra points. He was 26 of 27 entering this game. That one never had a chance.
Great block by the Bellarmine defense. Monarchs only up by 6.
So Luke McNeil back deep to receive. What do you want to see out of this Bellarmine drive on offense?
Well, I guess I just want to see our boys get as good a field position as they can, because I know that both McNeil and his partner there in the backfield, they both can run, and they're both very shifty, and I know that they can get us some solid yardage. You know, McNeil averaging, I want to say, upwards of 20 yards per receive on kickoff, so I'm just hoping he can maintain that momentum in this drive and put the Bells in a good position.
That's
moving
Logan
forward.
Azalina.
Logan Azalina,
Number
Jr.
10, yep. Another class of 26 kid. So Graff will boot it away. Wants to reset the ball a little bit. And away we go. The line drive kick has good carry into the end zone for a touchback. All right, let's see. Is it going to be number 7 or number 13? I see number 7 out there. Looks like Sotelo is going to be the quarterback. We heard this could be the case.
This could be the case, and this would be the first game of the season that Nick Weber would not be starting as quarterback. So let's see what kind of motion Dom Sotelo can put up. Shown some great skill in his practices, and I think he's qualified for this role, but I guess we'll find out.
So here we go. Here's his first snap. Donahue lined up alongside him, now in motion. Tosses the other way. Nice screen toss caught by Michael Fox, and that is taken a long way. Michael Fox on the screen toss gets a first down. Welcome to the quarterback position, Mr. Sotelo.
To the quarterback position. No kidding. Absolutely great first play at quarterback for Dom Sotelo with the completion to Michael Fox, and that's going to put the Bells all the way up at their 41-yard line, making great movement down the field.
21-yard gain on the first play from scrimmage for the Bells. Play action, Sotelo's going to keep it this time and get spun down in the backfield. A nice play by Hutton. He'll get credit for the TFL.
Sotelo trying to scramble on that one, but couldn't quite get free and was taken down just short of the line of scrimmage. It's going to put the Bells at second down.
2nd and 11. Away, shout out to the offensive line for the Bellarmine. The Bells, Jonathan Hamill, the right tackle, the right guard is Tyler Romig. We'll get with some more numbers after Connor Johnstone, the left tackle. Keith is the center, Nolan Keith. Screen toss.
Great completion.
Wow, read beautifully there. That play blown up by the Monarchs' number 19, Kai Sniffen, who has 5 interceptions this season to lead the team.
That's right. Got to watch out for Sniffen. I mean, averaging 2.5 sacks, I believe, or excuse me, has 2.5 sacks as well. Great defensive player overall. And that pass was for Justin Donahue. That puts Sotelo at 2 completions for his first 2 plays at the quarterback position. Not a bad start. Let's see if he can continue and capitalize on this drive.
And it's 2nd and 18 just about. 17, 18, or 3rd down, excuse me. Sotelo rolling out far side, tosses deep down the field, looking for Duarte, and it's batted down. Couple of guys in coverage there for the Monarchs. Looked like in coverage Isaac Turner along with Marquise Marshall. They were both there, and they'll force a 4th down.
That's right, out comes Bellarmine's punt team. And now here's the kicker, Bellarmine kicker, who we were all expecting, number 30, Micah Robinson.
Micah Robinson will try to boot it deep, and back deep is Luca Edwards for Mitty, standing inside his own 35. 6:03 to go first quarter.
I'm deleting all the good crap, sorry.
There's the punt. And does a good job with a great punt coverage.
Tackle.
That is Kirk on the tackle. Brady Kirk getting it done. The senior tight end normally, but making a nice play on special teams.
That's right. Brady Kirk with a great read on that play and took number 1 on Mitty straight down. And that will be no gained yardage on run with that punt, putting the ball at Mitty's 33-yard line.
And about a 34-yard punt there from Micah Robinson, who on the season is averaging 31.6 yards per punt. Seven Nation Army.
Number 88, Charles Swall lined up, at right edge, or right defensive tackle. John Hamlin knows.
Now here we go, out of the gun, Kronig. Faraj Washington bouncing it to the outside, has some room, makes one man miss, spins out of another tackle, and then finally met by Sisler and company. It took a bevy of bells to bring him down at the 45. That's a gain of 12. Lazaro Faraj Washington is balling right now.
That's right, Faraj Washington. He sheds tackles like nobody's business. Only a junior, has a whole nother year left, and he is just making great plays for the Monarchs so far.
Unofficially 6 carries for 53 yards and a ton bunch.
That's right.
Harrington in motion, looking for the screen toss. No, going to toss it downfield. Great coverage and a beautiful throw. Wow. And that was caught. Wow, finding that one. Alec Grimaldo, their leading receiver on the season. Defensive back was in phase, step for step, but just a beautiful throw.
Absolutely perfect ball placement by Kronig. And that's going to put the Monarchs all the way at Bellarmine's 15-yard line.
It's a 40-yard toss.
Kronig with 15 touchdown passes this season. Great quarterback for the Monarchs.
And you compare that to 7 interceptions, so better than 2-to-1 touchdown to INT ratio. He'll keep it this time, and he's inside the 5, close to the end zone. Did he get in? No, he's down at the 1, a gain of 14.
Once again, the Monarchs are in great scoring position within a few plays. That deep pass by Kronig really put them at that 15-yard line, and with that run, once again, if I'm not mistaken, by Kronig, that's going to put them all the way at the 1.
Yeah, 3 carries for 35 yards as a 40-yard pass completion. It's been a nice first quarter for Jonah Kronig. They go to Faraj Washington. Now Kronig's going to keep it, and he's going to get into the end zone. Did meet some resistance, but he's able to leap his way into pay dirt, and the Mitty Monarchs lead 12-0.
Once again, just emphasizing on Kronig's dual threat abilities. He can really run, and when he tucks that ball, you know, it's hard for the any defenses to take him down. So that's going to be the second touchdown for the Monarchs in the first quarter.
4:42 to go in the first. Mitty 12, Bells 0.
Bellarmine blocked Mitty's first extra point attempt.
Yes, to Henry Clark. See if they can save another point here. Now that one is perfect from Graff, and it's 13-0. So now back to offense for the Bells, and Josh, it was a great first play, get the 21-yard screen toss out to Michael Fox, and then things kind of went south from there.
That's right, yeah. Dominic Sotelo, you know, starting at quarterback. He's showing some definite momentum, but the Mitty defense is really, they're locked in. They're really stopping the Bellarmine plays, and it's just going to be important that our boys can capitalize on this drive right here and make some noise.
Nice Friday evening for football here in the South Bay. We were talking about this before the game, Josh. It's a really nice crowd on hand.
Yeah, no, there are a lot of people in the crowd tonight. This is the most I've seen this whole season, in fact. So, you know, senior night for the Bellarmine Bells. Hoping to make some noise on the field and in the stands.
The Graff will boot it away. McNeil and Azalina back deep for the Bells. And that will get into the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Bells again.
Second touchback of the night. Mitty Monarchs kicking it deep. Out it's going to come Bellarmine's offense.
One of 3 games in the WCAL tonight. Also have St. Francis at Valley Christian. That just kicked off same time as this one. And earlier today, SI against Sacred Heart Cathedral at Kezar in San Francisco. That started at 5, so we'll get you a final, that one probably within the next hour or so.
That's right. Once again, Sotelo lined up at quarterback.
And Sotelo will keep this one, and did not have much time there. Hutton gets into the backfield alongside Harrington for the loss of about 4 or 5 yards.
That's right, taken down behind the Mitty defense. They really are just breaking through Bellarmine's offensive line right now. And that is going to put the Bellarmine Bells all the way back to nearly their own 15-yard line. It's going to be second and 14 or 15 for the Bells.
And they spotted at the 16, second and 14. It's a handoff, Donahue, nowhere to go. He was seeing a sea of white.
That's right, Donahue, the sophomore, taken down once again behind the line. Excuse me, I believe behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss of 1, and it's very quickly 3rd and 15.
The Bells are going to need to do something great on this player. They're going to be forced to punt once again.
3:37 to go, clock running. It's 13-0 Monarchs in the first. 5 wide set. Bavone in motion, screen toss. Find a target in Luke McNeil, but that was sniffed out pretty quickly there by Caden Kelly.
That's right. And once again, the Mitty defense is forcing the Bells to punt the ball. Bellarmine's in an even worse field position than they were at their previous punt this time, all the way at their own 14-yard line. Micah Robinson's going to need to boot this one as far as he can in order to set the Bellarmine defense up for success.
Robinson just in front of his own end zone. Line drive kick. Well covered and a fair catch. Kirk, another nice job. Doesn't get the tackle there, but was able to force a fair catch.
That's right, Kirk. Kirk is getting to the ball on these punts, helping the Bellarmine Bells out. Mitty Monarchs unable to gain any yardage on that.
The 1st and 10 from the Bellarmine 43 for the Monarchs.
And yeah, that's right. Mitty's offense has shown themselves to be forced to be reckoned with this game so far. So it's up to Bellarmine's defense to really try to put a stop to Lazaro Farage Washington, who already has a touchdown this game with multiple, well on track for his 105 yards per average.
Pistol set. Here he is this time, and Nico Tatum gets there. Really nicely done. Charles Swall also in on the stop, and it's a gain of 2. So it's the best Bellarmine's defense has looked thus far.
That's right. Number 88, Charles Swall, is one of the edge rushers for the Bells and also doubles as a defensive tackle. And that tackle had multiple men in on it, Swall being one of them. Great stop for the Bells.
Actually, gonna say no gain there. Looked like they were gonna give him a couple yards, but 2nd down and 10. Screen toss out to Caden Kelly. Has a block on the outside from Hutton. Halapua can't track him down. He's bumped out of play by McNeil. At about the 35, it'll be a gain of 8.
That's right. Great blocking on that screen pass, and it helped Caden Kelly to get that opening to get a few yards for the Monarchs, and that's going to put him in great position for a 1st down. But it is 3rd, so if the Bells can get a stop right here, it's gonna put the Monarchs all the way to 4th down, which would be the best position the Bells have been in so far on defense.
3rd and 3, yeah, so a big down here with 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Play action. Kronig throws over the middle, has a man wide open, and it's dropped by Hutton. Wow. Bellarmine fortunate there.
That's right. That was about to be a massive gain for the Monarchs, but that was juggled and dropped. Bellarmine had defenders waiting in the backfield, ready to make that hit if necessary.
Yeah, that's Hutton. That's one Hutton would like back.
That's right.
So it's 4th and 3. They're going to keep the offense on the field as expected. Too short to punt and be a very long field goal for a kicker who hasn't made a field goal this year. So here we go, 4th and 3. Can the Bells get a stop? Kronig, the answer is going to be no. Farage Washington, great juke. Stays on his feet, spins out of another tackle, then brought down from behind by Tatum is opposite floor, but Lazaro Farage Washington is having himself a game. The reception on 4th down will move the chains down to the 23-yard line for a gain of 13. Excuse me, is that the 23-yard line?
That's right. Farage Washington has some unbelievable coordination, able to stay on his feet after so many different hits. He spins out of tackles and just keeps getting his way down the field. Well on track once again for his average of over 100 yards per game.
13 through the air, 53 on the ground. Bunch formation near side here for the Monarchs. Farage Washington in motion, takes the handoff, and that's read perfect. Oh, excuse me, I got faked out. That was kept by Kronig, and Tatum was there. Also had big number 95, Christian Cerna, in on the stop.
That's right. Solid stop by the Bellarmine Bells. These fake handoffs are getting to us even up here in the booth.
Man, that's a party. As we head to the second, we'll take a break. Come on back to the second quarter. Monarchs with the 2-touchdown lead and threatening to go up. Back for the start of the second quarter. Mitty 13, Bellarmine nothing. Kevin Dale alongside Josh Haven.
That's right.
The Monarchs have it on 2nd down and 8.
Farage Washington lined up on Kronig's left side.
Yeah, it's 11 personnel, 1 back, 1 tight end, 3 receiver set. Harrington in motion, the tight end, and keeping it and taking it to the end zone is Kronig. A beautiful fake again, and there was no contain for the Bellarmine defense. That is a 21-yard scamper to pay dirt for number 7, Jonah Kronig.
That's right. It's going to be Kronig's second rushing touchdown of the night, just starting off the second quarter. Yeah, Kronig, you know, that was a really well done fake handoff. Once again, took all of Bellarmine's defense, or I should say almost all of Bellarmine's defense, alongside Washington, thinking he had the ball, but then Kronig just had zero resistance on his way into the end zone.
19-0. And here comes the extra point. Kick is up, and that'll go through. So it's 20-0 Monarchs. They've got 2 rushing touchdowns from their quarterback Kronig and 1 rushing score from Lazaro Farage Washington. They already have 112 rushing yards on the ground and 172 yards of total offense.
That's right, and this is a great game for the Monarchs so far. They're really playing nearly the best all season that we've seen them in. Farage Washington is already well on his way to getting his 100-plus yards per game if he hasn't already.
And we were talking in between quarters, Josh. I know Mitty's 0-5, but this offense has been very impressive for the Monarchs.
Very, very impressive. And that just shows what level the WCal truly is when it comes to football. The fact that a team as good as Mitty can still be 0-5 in league.
They won all 3 of their non-league games, defeated James Logan 42-12, won at Aptos 41-19, and blanked Menlo Atherton, which is ranked in the top 25 the Bay Area News Group rankings. Beat them 21-0, so this is a good team. They can win out, get themselves in some sort of CCS playoff position.
That's right. Kickoff for the Monarchs. In the backfield, once again, Logan Azalina and Michael Fox.
Luke McNeil back there as well.
Excuse me.
And they're going to try an onside kick, and the Bells are able to recover it. Are they? Or maybe not. Mitty's pointing. No. It will be Bellarmine football.
Great read there on the play by the Bellarmine kick return team. Immediately reading that it was going to be an onside kick and taking that ball. That's going to put the Bells in great field position to start off this second quarter.
Lucas Orsolak coming up with the ball on the hands team. That's on play for 44. Ball is at the 48. And against Sotelo, the quarterback, Donahue, the running back, in the shotgun set. Duarte, the tight end. And there's Fox, Michael Fox. Fumbles the football. No, they're going to say he's down.
Great, it's going to be a solid game.
Yeah, 6-yard gain for Fox, his second reception.
Bells well on the way to a first down. It's going to put him past the 50-yard line on the Mitty's side of the field.
2 receptions for 27 yards, actually 28 yards. Rather, they give him an extra yard. They respot the football.
That's right, Michael Fox averaging just short of 40 yards per game. Great receiver for the Bellarmine Bells.
18 receptions for 193 yards on the season coming in. Pistol. Serenia split out wide to the far side. It's Donahue. He's got the first down, and he's bumped out of bounds. They're inside the 40, bumped out by Jaden Fallis. Nice game. They're going to give them the 37-yard line.
Some great offensive momentum right now for the Bellarmine Bells. Pushing their way past the 50-yard line all the way to the 40-yard line. Excuse me, nearly the 40-yard line. Getting the first down. Justin Donahue, the sophomore. Wicked player for the Bells. Already having just about 7 touchdowns this season, leading the team.
So a little more than a minute gone by here in the second quarter. The Bells are driving their second first down of the game. Flea flicker. Sotelo gets crunched, but he gets it off in time to Donahue. Hopefully Sotelo's okay. And he's helped up by Bavone. That took some courage to get that one off. He had 2 guys hunting him down, and they do get a nice gain out of that of 5 yards.
That's right. Sotelo keeping his head up even when he's got 2 big men rushing him. And that's what you want to see in the quarterback right there, because he was able to keep his head cool and make that completion to Justin Donahue for the 5-yard gain.
So 2nd and 5. And this one's intercepted. The play there made by Kai Sniffen. Again, his team-leading 6th interception. He had 2 picks in a game earlier this year, and he just completely read that route. It was sitting on his screen, and he jumped at the opportunity.
That's right, Kai Sniffen. 6th interception of the year so far. Great defensive player for the Mitty Monarchs, leading the team in both sacks and interceptions.
He had 2 picks in their loss at Sacred Heart Cathedral, a 35-28 loss. This team almost beat St. Francis. They lost 30-27 to the Lancers.
That's right.
You know, it gives you an idea of their talent.
Yeah, this team, both on the offensive side and the defensive side, can really put some plays together. And with that, offense is going to come out for the Monarchs.
That was shaping up to be a promising drive. Unfortunately for the Bells, ends in a turnover. Can they get it back? Clark, pressure in the face of Kronig, and the pass is a little low and dropped by Faraz Washington.
That's right. Great pressure by both number 6, Henry Clark, and number 88, Charles Swall, on that play, forcing Kronig to get the ball out of his hands in order to avoid a tackle for loss. a sack. With that, the Monarchs are going to be at 2nd and 10.
From their 38, 9:58 to go here in the first half.
The entire student section's on their feet, absolutely packed out for the Bells tonight.
Good to see the student support for this one. Kronig's going to take off, and he's going to slide. Pulled down from behind as well by Swall. It'll be a 6-yard gain here and bring up a 3rd and 4.
That's right. Kronig's ability to take a play gone wrong and turn it into a quarterback run is really shining this game with 2 rushing touchdowns already, as mentioned previously.
So 7 carries, 65 yards for Kronig. Not bad for the senior quarterback, 6 foot, 190 pounds, 2nd year on varsity. Passed for 279 yards last year with 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions.
That's right, 15 touchdown passes already this year.
Throws over the middle, has his man Owen Harrington, the tight end, as he gets spilled in plus territory by Tatum and Kieran Lee. And you can move the chains. It's a gain of 8 and a first down.
That's right, it's going to be a first down for the Monarchs. Great play by both Harrington and Kronig. And that's going to put the Monarchs just past the 50-yard line on Bellarmine's side of the field.
At the 49. In the South Bay WCAL rivalry. 2 of the 3 San Jose-based schools in the West Catholic Athletic League alongside Valley Christian. Faraj Washington nearly gets a first down, be a gain of 8 for Lazaro.
That's right, Washington. Really hard to take down for the Bellarmine defense. Shown some unbelievable momentum in every game so far this year.
Mitty quickly approaching 200 yards of total offense. We got them at 194 right now. 8:15 to go. We got a 2nd down 2.
That's right, Monarchs are in great position for a first down. The Bellarmine Bells are going to need to stop in order to prevent that.
Got a stop on 3rd and 3 last time, but gave up the 4th down conversion. Faraj Washington has the first down and holding on to make the tackle there, Visperus, but they will move the chains. It'll be a gain of 4 for Faraj Washington.
That's right, some solid blocking for Washington on that offensive line, providing some gaps in order to get through the Bellarmine defense. And that's been a common theme throughout this game.
Indeed. About 7.5 to go here before halftime.
Once again, first down for the Monarchs on Bellarmine's 37-yard line.
Tight set near side. Faraj Washington in motion. The jet sweep handoff. And he lowers his shoulders and gets down to the 30-yard line for a gain of 7.
Faraj Washington just inching his way up this field. I don't know if inching's appropriate in this situation with how many yards he's getting per carry.
Yeah, yarding his way up the field, I suppose.
Right. That's right.
10 carries, 72 yards, 7.2 per toe to the rock for number 4.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's going to put the ball at the 30-yard line, Bellarmine's 30-yard line for the Monarchs.
Yeah, and the Monarchs driving with 6:42 to go. Play action, rolling out near side, screen toss to Harrington. Nearly shed the tackle of Miles Crooks. But it will be enough for a first down, a gain of 4 on the toss to the tight end Harrington.
That's right, Harrington's size makes him hard to take down, especially for the Bellarmine safeties. And he's just able to read the field really well and make up great plays with number 7, Jonah Kronig. Going to put the ball all the way at Bellarmine's 25-yard line.
Second catch for 13 yards for Owen Harrington, number 87, a third-year varsity player for the Monarchs. Faraj Washington nearly lost his footing, but did well to keep his balance before he's ridden to the turf by Clark. He's inside the 20, so they're in the red zone after a 6 or 7 yard gain, depending on where they spot it. It's at the 19.
That's right. Washington stumbling through the A-gap on that play, but was able to regain his footing, gain a few more yards for the Monarchs, putting them just past Bellarmine's 20-yard line.
And this is how good Lazaro Farage Washington is. He's averaging more than 7 yards per carry today, and his season average per carry has gone down in this game. Yeah. Just
once again, only a junior.
Yep. And Cronin keeps it this time, has the first down, and taken down by Crooks. So he gets to the 12 for a gain of 7.
Cronin really showing his ability to rush and throw so far this game with a deep completion earlier on and 2 rushing touchdowns already, putting the Monarchs in beautiful field position all the way at Bellarmine's 12-yard line.
We are inside 5 minutes now. Aaron, what has been a pretty quick moving first half. A lot of rushing plays for the Monarchs, but this is a 5-wide formation. Now into the backfield comes Farage Washington, who takes the handoff. He's inside the 10, keeps his legs a-churning, gets near the 5, and it's a scrum of humanity at the 5, a gain of 7 for Lazaro Farage Washington.
That's right. Some of the Mitty offensive line trying to push the pile for Washington, but that ball is going to be stopped just at Bellarmine's 5-yard line, putting the Monarchs in a beautiful scoring position on this play. So far, members such as Kronig and Washington have really just shown their ability to gain yardage when needed, and the Bellarmine Bells are going to need a monumental stop right now in order to prevent this touchdown.
Man in motion is Edwards. Handoff for Raj Washington. Gets a great block on the outside from Luca Edwards, the wide receiver, and scampers into the end zone, trotting for a touchdown, his second of the game.
And that's going to put him tied at 2 touchdowns with the quarterback, Jonah Kronig. Both amazing rushers, but it's really hard to match Farage Washington. Once again, averaging over 105 yards per game.
Yeah.
Unbelievable against really great teams, as we've seen. Still, remind you, fellas, this team is 0-5 in the league, showing this kind of momentum. Just shows what kind of competition you have in the WCAL, going for the extra point right now.
It's Chase Graff on for the P27, nothing now.
Making sure to chip it high, avoid those blocks. Scoreboard reading 27 Mitty, Monarchs, 0 Bellarmine Bells, with 3:50 remaining until halftime.
Looking at Mitty's schedule, they finish up the season with St. Ignatius, so that's not going to be an easy game.
It is not. St. Ignatius having multiple standouts, such as Zuri Shelton. And their Texas-committed left tackle, John Mills.
You said he's like 6'7", 350?
6'7", 350 or something of that sort, but an absolutely humongous human.
So that's a big kid.
He had some great blocking against the Bells a few weeks back. And he's going to be playing at University of Texas in Austin next year.
Graff will boot it away. And again, it'll be McNeil and Azzolina back deep for the Bells. See if they can return one here. And this is into the end zone. So another touchback. Bells will take over at their own 20.
Third or fourth touchback of the night. Monarchs are booting it deep every single kickoff.
I mean, yeah, they went for the onside kick that one time.
You're right. They did go for the onside kick.
But outside of that,
unsuccessful.
Yep.
Number 44, Lucas Orsolak, recovery.
That was going to be a pretty promising drive until the interception. It was looking good.
It was looking great. Dominic Sotelo, number 7, once again lined up.
So hand off to Donahue, and just, I mean, he had no time at all. 2 guys broke through that Bellarmine offensive line, including big number 9, Ethan McCumbee, the linebacker, third-year varsity player, with 36 tackles on the season coming in.
That's right. McCumbee is no stranger to the field, and he can really read these plays. Good pass to Justin Donahue. Excuse me.
Fakes the screen toss. Sotelo jukes a man and gets past the 20. That's a really nice play. He'll get 5 yards out of that.
Really nice acceleration there by Sotelo to get a few yards off of a play otherwise gone bad. And that's going to put the Bells at 3rd and 8.
He showed some real shake there.
He did.
That was impressive from Dominic.
That's right. Sotelo's showing some great skills at the quarterback position so far. Both rushing and passing.
At 3rd down and 8. Sotelo, plenty of time to throw. Has Duarte over the middle, and Caden Kelly will hold on and bring him down after a 3-yard gain. That'll bring up a 4th and 5. And a timeout called by Mitty.
Likely going to have to force the Bells to punt here on this play. Once again, the Mitty defense doing work against the Bellarmine Bells offense. Common theme we've seen so far in this game. Mitty's ability to just really lock down on Bellarmine's offense and force a punt. Putting them once again in good field position, considering Bellarmine's punting from their own 25-yard line.
2:34 to go. You look at the Bellarmine huddle on your screen here on YouTube. Kevin Dana and Josh Haven with you.
That's right. Still a whole lot of support for the Bellarmine Bells tonight on their senior night. It's great to see.
Yeah, good crowd on hand for this one. Here too, the David Diaz and Fonte era. As
that's right, breaking the timeout.
yeah, there's Robinson. I was thinking it's a 27-point game, 4th and 5, maybe.
Yeah, maybe just go for it, but it looks like they're bringing out punt team.
This is a smart play.
It is a smart play for sure. Looking at how Mitty's offense has performed so far, you do not want to give them the advantage on the field.
Nope. So the Monarchs will have 2 timeouts. Here's Robinson on the punt. And this will be fair caught at the 48. 27-yard punt, no return.
Once again, good on the Bellarmine Bells kickoff team there.
Yeah, that was
getting to the ball.
Brady Kirk again. And Robinson takes an extra beat when he punts to give his coverage team a little more time to get down there.
That's right, that's right. He trusts in his boys, and they're fast, so they get down there to the ball. So far, I believe there may have been 0 returning yards for punts for the Monarchs so far this game.
Yeah, it's been one good area for the Bells in this one, punt coverage.
That's right. Scoreboard reading 27 Monarchs, 0 Bells, with 2 minutes 30 seconds remaining in the first half.
Faraj Washington in the back alongside Cronin. Hand off, Faraj Washington. Nowhere to go. Visperus and Clark combining for the stop.
That is going to be one of the best stops the Bellarmine Bells have had so far against Faraj Washington, if not the best stop, who's averaging nearly, I want to say, around 10 yards per carry. Somewhere in that
unofficially
range,
we got him at 14 for 91, so about 6.5 yards per carry.
Okay. That's right, 6.5 yards per carry.
As we are inside 2 minutes. Throw, caught by Grimaldo, makes the guy miss, and then tackled quickly coming over is Visperus, but that's going to be a big gainer to the 35. 16 for Grimaldo on the reception.
That's right. Kronig's been able to put some real nice velocity on these passes so the Bellarmine Bells don't have time to deflect it. And he put that one straight in the hands of number 24, Alec Grimaldo, for a substantial gain, pushing past the 50-yard line.
$1:35 to go here before halftime. It's a pitch out to Faraz Washington, who meets first contact with the anticipation and is able to lower his shoulder pads and get 5 yards on the play. Maybe 6. Let's see where they spot it. It'll be at the 29-yard line. Gain of 6.
That's right. Washington, he's shown really good skill falling forward this game. He'll take a tackle and just turn it into a few more yards.
Caden Kelly on the catch, down to the 19-yard line.
Monarchs are pushing their way up this field like a freight train. showing little to no restraint.
Second catch for Caden Kelly. It's a Mitty first down. 43 seconds to go. Kronig's going to keep it and try to bounce it to the outside. Nowhere to go. Runs over a defender. Then Visperus is able to bring the boom. Be no gain on the play. There is an injured Bell Swall, but he is quickly to his feet. No gain. A timeout has been called.
That's
by
right.
Mitty.
Number 33, Jordan Visperus, transferred from Leland High School. Only a sophomore, has a twin brother who plays on the Bellarmine JV football team. Making that tackle to prevent the gain, putting the Monarchs at 2nd and 10.
What do you want to see from this Bellarmine defense here in the last 30 seconds of the first half?
Well, I just want to see some decent pressing coverage on these boys, because Kronig's shown the ability to really just make these passes in the crunch, and that's been really wreaking havoc on our Bellarmine Bells, as you can see by the scoreboard here.
Yeah.
And they're going to need to watch for the run as well, because Roz Washington, man, he's just unstoppable so far.
34 seconds now, so they put 4 seconds more back on the clock. And Mitty with 1 timeout. 2nd down and 10 from the 19. See if the Bells can bow their backs a bit here and get the stop before the break. Get a little bit of mojo going into the second half, and they will start the second half with the football.
That's right. Mitty breaks the huddle. 34 seconds left. Monarchs are going to be in the red zone. 19-yard line.
Kronig back to pass, throws over the middle, has a man Hutton the catch, and is hit by Visperus, but holds on. Lee was also there in coverage. It's a 16-yard gain on the pass. 1st and goal from the 3. They're quickly on the ball with 27 seconds to go. And it'll be Faraj Washington to the outside. He is in the end zone for a 3-yard score, and that gets him to 100 yards on the dot by our count here in the first half. And Mitty's gone up 33-0.
well on track to his 105 yards per game average. Already having 100 in the first half. This could be a new record in yardage so far for number 4, Lazaro Faraj Washington. And the Monarchs are going to go for the extra point, having made, I believe, 3 so far and having 1 deflected.
33-0. And here comes the PAT. Kick is up. The kick is good. 34-0 for grab. And the Monarchs. 19 seconds to go, first half.
Not looking great for the Bells so far. 34-0. Monarchs.
Depending on the kickoff, what would you do here with 19 seconds? Would you just take a knee, get this to half? Would you try some miracle play?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I guess that's just up to our boys, because I think either could provide some sort of relief from this horrible situation so far, but you know, we'll see if the Bellarmine Bells, they might very well just take the knee and get us to halftime. Boys are going to go back to the locker room, talk a little bit about what's going on, and come out once again having possession of the ball.
I wonder if Mitty's going to squib this a little bit to try to take time off the clock, force Bellarmine to return it a little bit and eat up a few seconds, or if this is just sent all the way into the end zone. Put a little more air under this one. That was a pretty good kick. Force Bellarmine to return this. It's McNeil looking to get it to the outside. Breaks an arm tackle, and it's a pretty nice return. Spun down out of bounds, north of the 25. Well, on the tackle there, Prince Bachongo.
Prince Bachongo Babalola, hurdler in the offseason.
Okay, so you know him.
That's right, I race against him during the track season. He is a very
hurdler?
fast man,
Okay.
Great hurdler.
Is he as fast as Haven?
He is. He is
Okay.
wicked fast. Making it to states in multiple events last year. And having a great chase down tackle last game for the Monarchs. Almost DK Metcalf style.
In motion is Kirk. Brady Kirk motioning back. 12 seconds left. Screen toss goes out to Donahue. Donahue is able to get a couple of yards. And there's a fight, or a couple of guys, I shouldn't say fight. A couple of guys got tangled up. Kirk alongside number 20, Andre Lopez Monsivais.
That's right. And 87, Owen Harrison playing both ways. Just absolutely smoked number 22, Donahue, on that play.
Yeah, that was a big hit, and that will do it.
Big hit from a big man. 87 standing over just about everybody in this field.
A timeout, I believe, has been called with 1 second left.
Bell's breaking the huddle. One
final play, maybe some, as SVP would say, maybe time for a little pitchy woo-woo. 30, with this game being 34-0. Try to make some magic happen in the last play of the first half.
See if the Bells are going to try out a miracle right here. Whatever play they choose, though, looks like Mitty's defense is going to be ready for it. So Sotelo is going to need some magic on this play, make something happen.
37 yards of offense for the Bells in the first half. Sotelo, screen toss, blockers in front of Azulina.
Great blocking.
Azulina, gets a 12 yards on the play, but nowhere close to where he needed to be.
Nowhere close. Now some good blocking by 15, Christian Duarte, but it wasn't quite enough. And with that, the half is going to conclude.
Your boy Bachongo on the tackle, and that will do it for the first half. So 24 minutes in the books. It is Mitty 34, Bellarmine nothing. We will come back to the second half after this on YouTube.
Welcome back to San Jose City College. Bellarmine Bells versus Mitty Monarchs is resuming after halftime. 12 minutes on the clock, and the Bells are going to be receiving kickoff. It looks like. All right, after a solid but very, very, very rough first half for the Bells. Scoreboard reading 34 Monarchs, 0 Bellarmine. Bellarmine Bells are going to need some sort of offensive momentum to start off this game, to start off this half, in order to really come somewhat back from this tragic loss they're experiencing right now.
And Josh, they're going to need to find something other than screen tosses, because they've hit a couple of screens, but you see Mitty's D-backs are starting to sit on those, and that's how they got one of their interceptions. So
That's right.
Their interception in the first half, singular.
Mitty's reading the screen passes really well, so the Bells are going to need to put something different together. It's going to be caught. That's number 5 for the Bells. Luke McNeil. He's going to be taken down way in the backfield.
Yeah, at some point you got to go north and south instead of east and west.
That's right.
Because he tried to take it all the way to the other side of the field, that just allowed the kick coverage team to come in and swarm Luke.
That's right. Sometimes it's important to just set your eyes on the end zone and run as fast as you can, but it looks like the Bells are going to have a pretty rough starting point here, just short of the 10-yard line. Number 7, Dominic Sotelo, lined up with number 22, Justin Donahue, on his right hip. Scrambling, and he's going to be taken down all the way in the end zone.
Yeah, forward progress, that's not going to be... it's going to be like the 4 or 5 yard line, but he just has no time back there.
That's right, no time. The blocking was subpar for the Bellarmine Bells, and the Mitty defensive line just broke right through, taking Sotelo down. He tried to scramble, but he didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, just completely overwhelmed.
Standing in the end zone now. Dominic Sotelo, 22, Justin Donahue, motion in the backfield. Number 14. It's going to be a handoff to Donahue, who's going to find the gap, but he's going to be taken down immediately, just short of the 5-yard line. It's going to be a minimal gain for the Bells. That's going to put them at 4th.
And it's going to be like 3rd and 13, basically.
Okay, yeah.
They need the 19-yard line, and they're at the 6.
Yeah, the Bells are going to need a real drive right now. They're going to need a pass, some sort of play to get them 19 yards, and they're going to be forced to punt as far as they can because they are not in great field position. That's a handoff straight to number 10, Logan Azalina, who's going to take it down the sideline, but get nowhere near where he needs to go and be taken down. Just short of a 10-yard line, taking out the chains.
He's going to get to the original line of scrimmage. He had a nice catch and run at the end of the first half. They're going to give him 4 yards, but
he did, but
nowhere near.
Not going to be what the Bells need. They're going to be bringing out their punt team, Micah Robinson, in order to get that ball down the field.
Well, CCS rule, 35-point leads running clock. At least that's what the rule used to be.
No, that's right. And it looks like this is going to be a running clock game if the Bells can't put together a real drive on defense. And that punt is going to be nearly blocked. Absolutely shanked to the left sideline, going out just
snap
near the 25-yard line on Bellarmine, putting Mitty in absolute beautiful field position.
Yeah, that's not entirely on Micah. He had to leap up to catch that one to make sure it wasn't a safety.
That's right.
Just kind of booted it off the side of his foot because he had pressure in his face. But
yeah, no, not a great snap, and the blocking was subpar as well. So,
Josh, not the way you wanted to start the second half. A 3 and out where you went negatively, and then a high snap that nearly led to a safety. And now Mitty has fantastic field position.
No, that's right. A lot of substantial and tragic errors for the Bells early on in this second half, and Mitty is at real great field position, and we've seen what they can do when they're back 70, 80 yards, and right now they're 25 yards from the end zone. So this is going to be an interesting one. Handoff to number 4, Faraj Washington, but he's going to be taken down.
Now, I will say one positive from the Bellarmine defense is that Faraj Washington was getting yards in chunks to start in bunches, and recently, I mean, he had the touchdown run of 3 yards, but a 1-yard run a 4-yard run, a no gain. So they've done better against him lately.
They have, yeah. They're definitely learning how to lock him down a little more, but he's still just so hard to tackle. And when he gets a good run. Beautiful tackle, number 88, Charles Swall with the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be a tackle for loss on Washington. First one of the night, if not, second one of the night. Hard man to take down, but Swall's fast.
Charles Swall, he's one of those guys that pops on the Bellarmine defense.
For sure, for sure. Since sophomore year, he's been on varsity, playing off and on, and now he's one of our top defensive players.
I hear his father's a pretty good line coach for the freshman football team.
That's right. And now he's even standing on the varsity sideline as the varsity coach being called up for his skills. Pass to number 1, Luca Edwards. And he is going to be taken down just around the 20-yard line for the Bellarmine Bells. Bellarmine's 20-yard line. And that is going to put them at 4th down. We're assuming they're going to go for it, of course. And
yeah, that's what it's looking like.
they have had a pretty solid record on their fourth down drive. So we're going to hope for a stop by the Bells here. They've showed some pretty solid defensive momentum, though, so far in the second half.
Yeah, no, they've held strong through the first 3 plays of this drive. This would be a nice 4th down stop to get for sure.
That's right. Scrambling. And that is going to be caught by Harrington. Number 87, Owen Harrington, with his first touchdown of the night. And that is going to put the Mitty Monarchs up 40-0 on the Bellarmine Bells.
Well, yeah, so much for that stop.
So much for that stop.
They've had a couple of 4th downs. They've converted both of them with these. That time, a wide-open touchdown. Harrington, I mean, he is a big target, third-year varsity player.
He
and
is.
Nice throw by Cronin.
Great throw for sure. And that is going to be another touchdown for the Monarchs, going for the extra point now. It is good. Rough one for the Bells so far starting out. Mitty's going to be kicking off. Out comes Bellarmine's kickoff return team. Once again in the end zone, we're going to have number 5, Luke McNeil, and number 10, Logan Azalina. 8:52 remaining so far in the game, and it looks like it is. Clock is stopped right now, but maybe a running clock game.
Yeah, I mean, I could have sworn second half 35-point lead. Maybe it starts, the running clock starts once they run a play from scrimmage.
That's what I was thinking. Or they might have changed the rule. Who knows? But either way, the Bells are going to need some momentum here with the Mitty Monarchs playing as well as they are, because they are really good. Pachango Babalola lined up as one of the kickoff members for the Mitty Monarchs. Wicked fast and get down the field. So we're going to see what happens here. And it's going to be juggled and dropped.
Yeah, but once it crosses
Touchback.
in high school football, once it crosses the goal line through the air, it's a touchback. So
That's right. So that is going to be a touchback, putting the Bellarmine Bells at the 20-yard line.
but certainly not something that stokes confidence.
Not at all, for sure. And the Bells, when they have gone to return, have showed that they can push it past the 20-yard line. So unfortunate field position for the Bells, but we can't ask for much more with how the game's currently going. We're just hoping the Bells, with Sotelo alongside Donahue and a few others, can make this game worthwhile for the viewers and for themselves. Sotelo running, and he is going to find the gap, shed a few tackles, make a few miss, and he's going to be taken down at Bellarmine's 35-yard line.
He showed us something on that fake screen toss and then gave a defender a big juke. It was just a 5-yard gain in the first half.
Exactly.
But there's something to him.
There is. There definitely is. No, he is athletic as they come in the quarterback position, and he really can just turn that short 5-yard game into a 15, 20-yard game when he needs to. So that's a good game for the Bells, putting them at their own 35-yard line. First down. Motion behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a little pass to 22 Justin Donahue, who's going to be taken down just ahead of the line of scrimmage.
I'm curious how they're going to officially score that, because I think that ball went behind the line of scrimmage. I'm going to score it as a run for Donahue.
Yeah, no, that is a good take. I'm not sure. I think it would be scored as a run because he definitely caught it behind that 35-yard line, but still a 4 or 5 yard gain.
So unofficially, Donahue 6 carries, 9 yards. And Sotelo, he's completed his passes 8 of 10 for 43 yards.
And that's solid. That's what the Bells need in this quarterback position. Solid blocking. Oh, and it's going to be just knocked out of the hands of number 5, Luke McNeil.
Yeah, he had Luke on the slant. He just threw it behind him.
That's right. Luke ran that route well, and Mitty's not lacking on the coverage with 3 men on him. I should say 3 men coming to that ball. So had it been a reception, he likely would have been taken down pretty fast there. Nevertheless, the Bellarmine Bells are at the 37-yard line. 3rd down. Scrambling out of the pocket. Far pass, and that is going to be an interception. Is that good?
Incomplete.
Incomplete. Stepped out of bounds, but that was a near interception for 20. Andre Lopez Monsivais. Great play. Mitty's defense is just reading this Bellarmine plays like a book, and we could see that in the previous interception by Kai Smith, and this almost interception now by Monsivais.
At this point, you might as well go for it.
Exactly.
4th and 8, what the heck?
What the heck, right?
You're down 41-0.
Miracle. Come on, Bells. Pause on the play.
Pretty good, too.
That's right. Bellarmine's still keeping in most of their first teamers, it seems, and Mitty's resting their starters for their next week game against St. Ignatius, if I'm not mistaken. Avoiding injury for their top players. Looks like a lot of their defensive standouts have taken the bench. 7:22 remaining in the quarter.
Yeah, they got their backup quarterback in now. Joseph Engen, number 14.
And it looks like it's not a running clock game.
Yeah, I noticed that. Maybe it starts in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, who knows. Anyway, backup quarterback in now for the Monarchs. That's going to be a handoff once again, though, to Washington, who is just doing work, chopping it up on the field, breaking tackles left and right. He's going to push all the way past Bellarmine's 30-yard line.
I'm going to take a guess and say this is his last series of the game with Faraj Washington.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's not much more for him to accomplish in this one.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think the Monarchs are going to need much more of a, I guess, play from this. He's hard so far, his average yards per game, and they're going to want to avoid any unneeded injuries here, so it's likely this is going to be his last series, last drive up the field. And that's going to be a false handoff taken by number 14, Joseph Engen, backup quarterback, and he's going to slide at the 20-yard line. Excuse me, 25-yard line, putting the Bells the Monarchs just 5 yards short of the red zone. Rough here, the Monarchs just inching their way up the field once again. The Bells defense is struggling to put a stop to it.
I'm looking up the CIF rules right now. It's part of the California Interscholastic Federation. At the conclusion of the 3rd quarter, any point thereafter, if there's a point differential of 35 or more points.
Way to yet another touchdown. Scoreboard reading 41 Mitty, 0 Bellarmine, with 5:34 remaining in the 1st quarter. Excuse me, the 3rd quarter of the game. Bellarmine's just struggling to make much movement here on the defensive side against these Monarchs.
Not much else to say.
Not much else to say. And that is a little screen pass to number 20, Andre Lopez, but he is going to be taken down just ahead of the line of scrimmage. I believe that's going to be a 1-yard gain for the Monarchs, putting them at 2nd and 9 on their own 14-yard line. Bellarmine's 14-yard line. Excuse me. Bellarmine's defensive line, we have number 71, John Hamill, lined up at nose alongside Henry Clark. It's going to be a handoff once again to Washington, who's going to spin out of a tackle but be taken down just ahead once again of the line of scrimmage.
Vispers is out there playing hard. These guys are playing hard out there, and they're still giving a great effort on the Bellarmine side, but this Mitty team is very, very talented. Even that was a no gain, but Faraj Washington,
that's right.
Usually talk about making an offense earn it. Well, Faraj Washington is making the defense earn these no-gain plays.
He is, and he is a force to be reckoned with, and he's hard to take down. And these Bellarmine Bells are out here playing, giving it their all, and they're making stops. But Washington is really just hard to take down. Once again, handed off to him, as we can see here. But he is going to be pushed back and taken down. Is that going to be another no gain? We'll see. Either way, that's going to be a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, where are they going to put this? Alapua doing a nice job there, Judah on the stop.
That's right, just coming fresh off of an ankle injury, making great plays this game, but the Monarchs are just unstoppable so far, and it's looking like it's going to stay that way throughout the remainder of the game.
Look, hey, here's another opportunity. Fourth down, right? Chance to get off field, hold Mitty off the scoreboard. That'd be a small win in a game like this. You don't want just them scoring every time.
100%, and here comes Bellarmine lined up. Monarchs lined up with number 4 Washington blocking. And that is going to be a pass just outside the hands of number 5 Jaden Follis. That was near perfect ball placement, but just a little high.
And Bellarmine, the credit the Bells on the stop. They got a little fortunate there because Fallis was there. He was open. And the quarterback Engen just couldn't put it on him, just a little bit high. But the first 3 plays of that drive, very, very solid. Or, after the first down, after they got to the 15, you got to give a lot of credit to that Bellarmine defense. Look, they could have hung their hats. They're down 6 touchdowns in this game. That's a nice stop.
That is a nice stop for sure, and that's going to be good for the Bells, who are now back on offense. With number 7 Dominic Sotelo lined up at quarterback, 22 Justin Donahue lined up on his right flank. It's going to be a fairly deep pass caught by number 2 Michael Fox, leading Bellarmine by far in receiving yards this game and in the season. Michael Fox is going to have a gain of, correct me if I'm wrong, near 15 yards on that play.
That's 21 yards.
21
34.
yards, wow.
And that's 3 catches, 49 yards for Fox now.
That's right, putting the Bells in solid, or should I say better field position. Sotelo scrambling, and he is going to take some hits and be taken down just ahead of the line of scrimmage.
That should have been a 5-yard loss, and he was able to get 2 to 3 yards out of it. That was pretty impressive. Like, he was lining himself up to get lit up. And somehow avoided the sack.
Yeah, Sotelo's shown some athletic capabilities for sure this game already, having a few solid runs and shedding tackles well, which is important, and taking tackles when he needs to. Good blocking by the, and that's going to be caught by Michael Fox, but he is going to be pulled back, taken down just behind, just in front of the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a 2-yard gain. 3, 4. Moving the chains, not the chains, moving the marker. That's going to be 3rd. Let's see what they decide upon.
3rd and 3. It's going to be 4 yards on that play or so.
Yeah.
And 5, actually.
Yeah, 4 or 5. They were moving that one around a lot for sure, but snap, handoff to Justin Donahue, who's going to find an opening. First down for the Bells, all the way past the 50-yard line. Great carry by Donahue, only a sophomore at Bellarmine. Shown some serious momentum this season.
Yeah, look, yes, this is against second-teamers, reserve guys, but this is a positive drive. This has been their best drive of the game thus far. I want to keep it going.
That's right, and the Bells are feeling, they're feeling the energy. They still got a decent crowd out here. It's pretty big, and it's giving them some some motivation. Donahue once again outside the right. Moving it upfield once again. That is going to be a first down for the Bells.
They did nice. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Josh.
No worries. Chains are moving. That's right. Chains are moving. First down for the Bells, just ahead of the 40-yard line.
He did a nice job cutting that back up the field and got him a couple extra yards and got him the first down. So 11 yards on back-to-back rushing plays for Justin.
That's right. Justin really showcasing his abilities now. You know, this Bellarmine team is not a bad team, but Mitty is a really good team. And that's what we're seeing here. Touchdown caught by number 2, Michael Fox. Touchdown, Bellarmine. It's going to be called. The refs are talking it over.
Yeah, they're discussing this.
Bellarmine sideline is really hoping, and it's a touchdown. Bellarmine with 6 points on the board. You know, that's a small but important win for our boys tonight.
That was a heck of a pitch and catch there.
That was. In fact, that is the best play I think I've seen this season by a quarterback on the Bellarmine team.
I agree.
Dominic Sotelo with that deep pass. Really great ball placement so that number 2, Michael Fox, can just get that toe tap, bring it down, and the Yell Leaders are running. It's definitely a great play for the Bells. Number 30, Michael Robinson, going for the extra point here. See if he can get it up through the uprights. It's good. Scoreboard 7 Bells, 41 Monarchs.
Hey, maybe there won't be a running clock.
Maybe not.
I mean, look, hats off to the Bells for that drive.
That's
you
right.
never want to get shut out. No, I don't care
never.
if victory's out of the question. Once it gets to a situation like this, just want to make sure you take that bagel off the scoreboard. And Sotelo, he's injected some life into this offense, and he has something going with Fox. I mean, that's a great connection.
Does. Him and Fox, they really are a pair here, and they've shown that this game.
They've linked up 5 times for 91 yards in this game in that big 37-yard touchdown pass.
That's right. Beautiful playing by Sotelo and Fox to just make this game worth watching for the Bell fans. And that's going to put the scoreboard. Avoid a shutout for the Bells. Great play, and with a good extra point. Bells have 7, Monarchs have 41. 22 seconds left in the third quarter, and it looks like it may not be a running clock game just yet. If I'm not mistaken, the running clock was 36 points, correct?
35.
Oh. So yeah, Bells are going to be one. They're going to be one short of the running clock. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, point differential at 35 or more, starting in the fourth quarter.
All right, so Monarchs.
Like it used to be in the second half. I want to say.
I want to say that as well. I think
no, it was after the third quarter.
Okay.
I was misremembering it like Roderick Clemens.
Well, yeah, that's gonna avoid that though for the Bells. And out comes Bellarmine's kickoff team. Shown to do some solid work so far. It's going to be a timeout, I believe, called by the Monarchs. 22 seconds left in the third quarter.
Interesting timeout. You usually don't see timeouts called on kickoffs.
No, usually not. Got to wonder what they're talking about.
I imagine Danny Sullivan's calling this timeout, probably expecting an onside kick of some sort, maybe just like getting his hands team like ready, like, all right, this is what they might try to do here.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
And up there on the front lines, they got some fast guys, like Prince being one of them, Uchengo. And if there is an onside kick, the Bells are going to need to statue that really well. So,
Josh, I need to know who's winning a 110 hurdle race between you and Prince.
You know, I hate to say it, but Prince is the dominant junior so far.
Okay,
but
all right.
Other than that, you know, it's him and I kind of competing for that title.
There you go.
Yeah. Hard guy to beat. We'll see, though. This season's going to be a good one.
Yeah, there we go. When's track season
in spring,
start?
guys. Track season, I believe, beginning of February, we're going to have some of our first meets. Or no, excuse me, beginning of March 4th. That's going to be the K-Bell meet.
Okay.
Tons of schools are going to be there.
Nice.
Come check that out, guys, if you're free. It's going to be a good one.
Nice.
This is a great year overall for WCal Sports. You know, Bellarmine's water polo team just lost to St. Francis for the first time in a long time. So that was a pretty big upset there.
And Bellarmine water polo is the gold standard in the South Bay.
They are. I mean, only having basically every one team they can compete with, or they can compete with them, Sacred Heart Prep. Band is getting real loud here.
Yeah.
Bellarmine's kickoff. Probably hear my own voice. And it is going to be an onside kick attempt, but it is going to be kicked a little too hard by Robinson. It's going to be recovered by Mitty at the 43-yard line. Pretty rough mistake for the Bells, huh?
Yeah, it's a worthy attempt. I mean, you might as well do it down 34, but I think
wrong.
That's why Mitty called that timeout.
Yeah.
To beware of the onside kick.
And they were prepared for that for sure.
Indeed.
Robinson with a little too much velocity on that kick, and the Monarchs are going to be starting out just short of their 45-yard line. And most of the players on the field now are going to be second stringers for the Mitty Monarchs. Most of the first string resting up on the bench.
Yeah, and Faraj Washington has been replaced.
That is true. Been replaced by number 2, Samuel Feezer, excuse me. And it's going to be a handoff to number 2, Samuel Feezer, but he's going to be taken down just ahead of the line of scrimmage. Oh, excuse me. No, that was actually number 20. That was going to be number 20, Andre Lopez.
21, Petrosson.
21, wow. Zachary Petrosson.
There we go.
My apologies for the
All good, man.
twiddling the names there, but that's going to be a small carry, small gain of yardage.
End of the quarter.
End of the quarter, that's right. Change of switching sides there. And Mitty Monarchs at their 45-yard line.
All right, start of the fourth quarter. It is 41-7 Mitty leading Bellarmine. Coming down alongside Josh Haven.
Yeah, Monarchs are still leading the charge here, 41-7 on the Bells.
And got their second teamers in, and again, Engen is the quarterback. Petrosson the running back. Petrosson picks up the blitz.
That's going to be a pass caught by number 36.
Yeah, and on the catch
Ryan
there.
Gunn.
Yeah, Ryan, you're the wide receiver. So
Yeah.
that'll make it an 8-yard gain for you. So Engen.
That's right. And that's going to put the Monarchs at a pretty solid first down position here.
Yeah, so
3rd and 1.
yeah, 3rd and 1 here for the Monarchs. Kevin Dana with you on play-by-play, and Josh Haven on color for us. Class of 2026. Hurdler.
That's right.
The Engen keeping it, and he's gonna get the first down. Took a crunching hit there from Hamill, but he will move the chains.
That's right. First down. First down for the Monarchs, and you know, even with their second teamers in, they're still doing some solid work against this Bellarmine defense, who's giving it their all.
Yeah, any sort of points here, and it will put this game into running clock territory. But the clock is running inside 11 minutes here now.
Four-man front for the Bells.
4 receivers set. Toss outside, and it's going to be a nice gain there on first down for Jaden Fallis. And it's going to be a gain of 8 on the play. His first catch of the day.
It was, and the Bellarmine Bells are taking down these Monarchs when they can, but they're still gaining often over 5 yards per play, and that's just causing first down after first down, driving closer and closer to this end zone. And if they even get within field goal range, you know, they might try for one if they have no opportunity to get another touchdown, just any sort of points.
Yeah, curious what they would do in a situation like that, but still some yards yet to get. And it's going to be kept by Engen, and slides after getting the first down. Just getting out of the grasp of Clark, and that will be enough to move the chains. Or not. No, they're going to mark him just shy of the line of gain. It'll be a gain of 1. It's where you give yourself up. You don't get the yardage on the slide after you give yourself up.
That's right. Slid a little earlier there. And number 14, Engen, is, you know, he's a big guy. He's even bigger than Kronig is who he's the backup to. And because of that, it can help him, you know, read the field. And he's made a couple of solid passes so far.
Engen looking far side. He's going to tuck it. He's going to run. He's going to get the first down. He's going to get 2, maybe 3 yards on the play.
Chains are moving and the clock is running. Scoreboard reading 41.
8:48 to go here in the 4th quarter. Last home game of the season for the Bells.
That's right. Next week they're going to be up at
receiver set. It's going to be handoff. Pettersson makes a nice cut, gets inside the 30, burrows his way to the 28-yard line, maybe 27. Let's see, they're going to give him play. The referee's not exactly great at spotting the football.
Not quite. It seems as though it's kind of all over the place here. But Engen has made a few solid runs. You know, with his kind of size, he can just break through the line of scrimmage when he needs to and get that extra yardage there.
Yeah, Mitty certainly taking their foot off the gas. Not running tempo. Bobbled the snap, bobbled the mesh point, I should say. Option play, and fortunately for Mitty, Engen was able to hold on to it. It's no gain.
Still great tackle by number 88, Charles Swall, and number 8, Judah Halapua, both who broke through the line of scrimmage right there to take Engen down.
Going to be a loss of 2 on the play. So 6 yards on 4 carries unofficially for Engen, who's 2 for 2 through the air for 16 yards. As we go inside 7 minutes.
That's right, running clock here in the 4th quarter.
Looking to his left, has the receiver bobbled but caught. And that'll be a first down to the 21. And making the catch there. He's still covered by his teammates. That's going to be number 2, Sam Feeser.
That's right. And in a situation like that where the catch is being juggled, what you want to do on the defense is you want to try to just slap that ball out of there. But our boys couldn't quite get close enough to get that. He was able to secure that ball into the pocket to make that catch good.
6:20 to go. Pettersson smothered. I mean, no gain on the play. And there's Hamill on the stop.
Monarchs' momentum really starting to slow here as they take out more of their even second teamers, just moving down. With a lead like this, there's not much of a concern for a comeback, and they're just trying to rest up their boys as they can and give playing time to those who might not get it quite as often.
That's what big leads are for. So it looks like it's starting to sprinkle a little bit. There is rain in the forecast this weekend.
Looks like some people in the stands here are trying to scramble for that.
Yeah. Now, this is California. We're not used to a lot of rain.
Not at all.
If this was Florida, this would be nothing. Incomplete pass.
That's right. Californians are a little soft when it comes to serious weather. The sprinkle will get our stands empty, but you know, our boys are still out here giving it their all.
Yep. Now you got to credit the effort for the Bells. Did not hang their hats in the second half. Got a nice 4th down stop. Got a touchdown. 3rd down and 10.
That's right.
Hanging pressure in his face. Throws it high for Petterson. Incomplete will bring up a 4th and 10. Oh, and there's a flag on the play. A little extracurricular after the game. This is probably a 15-yarder one way or another. A personal foul penalty. Now, I took my... this might be a late hit? I don't know.
Might have been on the Bells. I'm not sure. I saw a few things there. As the line of
The flag
scrimmage.
came late. Oh, ineligible receiver downfield, so that penalty is going to be declined. We've actually had a pretty penalty-free game. We've only had one accepted penalty. It was on the Bells for an offside on the first drive of the game.
That's right. This has definitely not been a flag fest. A few of Bellarmine's past games have. And
yeah.
It's definitely contributing to the clock running a little faster.
Wait, maybe they are.
Oh, look at that. Mitty looks like they're moving back. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh, and the...
Yeah, these officials.
yeah, they're...
Borough Mark Jackson, with all due respect, sometimes don't like they made the initial penalty decline, then they move the football back, but you don't move the football back, the penalties decline, and it's like the Bellarmine staff had to remind them, no, we declined the penalty.
Yeah, looks like one of them might be a Mitty fan, one might be a Bell fan. And they're kind of arguing with each other here. Who knows? But either way,
we got the deep state working this game.
That's right. That's
there
right.
we go.
All right, Monarchs lined up on offense.
Here we go, out of the gun. Engen, back to pass. Pressure in his face, and incomplete. Well covered there in the secondary by number 3, Nate Bateman. And Bellarmine gets its second straight 4th down stop.
That's right. That was a great play by Bateman there, reading the pass and just jumping over to really block that. Make sure it didn't get into the hands of the Mitty receiver. With that, there's going to be 5 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter in the game.
Sorry, I was just going to say halftime, 28-10 St. Francis Valley Christian an hour ago. So that's the update from Valley Christian. End of the 3rd quarter, 35-17 St. Francis.
That's right, St. Francis. A couple of stars on that team, led by quarterback Aaron Knapp and having a BYU commit running back Kingston Kiana Ina. Makes plays.
Yeah, that guy is a baller.
He is a beast for sure. But Jonah, or excuse me, not Jonah, Lazarlo Faraj Washington might be the next Kingston by how it's looking. He is really showing up at the running back position and making plays, has been all game. Sitting on the bench now, avoiding any sort of injury.
St. Ignatius beat Sacred Heart Cathedral 45-23 in your other game today. All right, so the new quarterback, as that one's thrown over the middle, and it is caught on the catch there, Michael Trujillo, as Jackson Morales, the 3rd-string quarterback, makes a beautiful throw.
Jackson Morales transferred from Mitty just last year. Beautiful play right to the hands of Trujillo.
That was a 33-yard gain.
Caught right over the shoulder. Perfect ball placement, but that was a bad snap, and that's forcing Morales to. Oh, and his helmet comes off on the tackle.
Maybe a little something extra there from a former teammate in Cameron Pulliam.
Oh, that's right. That's right, just giving Morales a hard time there. But with that kind of beautiful pass, you know, it's a small victory for the Bells in this game, and Sideline's pretty happy about
He's going to have to come out for a play, and so that'll bring in Nathan Crafts.
Crafts making it completion.
Beautiful, and there's Fox. So how about that?
Crafts coming into the game.
A 6-yard pass.
Good throw by Nathan Crafts. been on Bellarmine's team since freshman year, if I'm not incorrect. Worked his way up through the ranks. Now
Crafts
playing on
a
varsity.
senior. And now Morales back at quarterback. Third down, flag is down.
Let's see
And
what
this
this
might
one's
be
for.
offside, judging by the way the Bellarmine sideline is clapping, and it is. And they're gonna march off 5 yards. It's gonna make it 3rd and like 2. So just the first accepted penalty against Mitty.
Yeah. Oh, this has been a pretty penalty-free game, as mentioned earlier, but, you know, now the Bells are in a pretty solid position to get a first down, so let's see what quarterback Morales can do.
5 wide,
Great
throws
blocking.
over
And
the middle and threw it way too high at Fox.
Seems like there might not have been anybody in the zone where that ball was headed, but it's going to put it at 4th for the Bells, who are highly likely just going to go for it at this point.
Yeah.
You know,
You're not punting down 34
No.
with under 4 minutes to go.
no, might
and
as well
4th
make it
and 2.
interesting. All right.
Yeah, no, sir. All right, so Morales getting 5 wide. Got Serenia split out wide to the near side. Fox split out wide to the far side of the field. Tosses
Morales
to Fox.
to Fox.
He's wide open. Makes one guy miss. He'll get the first down. It's going to be a 6-yard gain with forward progress. And Fox has himself a 100-yard receiving day now. Unofficially 7 catches for 103 yards.
That's right. This has been a great game for Fox, who's shown to be a really good match, actually, with number 7, Dominic Sotelo, who's no longer in the game, but has made some great passes so far.
And now Crafts is in there at quarterback.
Kraft scrambling.
Completed one pass.
Deep
He's
ball for
throwing
Krafts.
deep. And
that is going to be
yeah, that was kind of splitting the difference there between Duarte and Serenia.
That's right. Just a little far. A little too far left on that throw. But, you know, Bells are just trying to get whatever they can.
So Kirk comes on. And Trujillo's getting mobbed by his teammates. It was cool to see on the sideline after making that 33-yard catch.
That's right.
Yeah,
That was
Trujillo, a junior, so he's got another year.
a small but important victory for the Bells tonight.
Crafts out of the pistol. He's going to take off and
Kraft.
run. He's got some space and takes a big hit.
Crafts is going to be absolutely taken down.
And Caden Eagleson bringing the boom. Get a couple of yards out of it.
Just over 3 minutes remaining in the game, and Crafts is going to be taken out.
So,
It's like Trujillo's back in the game.
yeah, Trujillo's back. Morales is back on this 3rd down with under 3 minutes to go. Bit of a high snap, tossing near side. High pass, but a great job bringing that one down and staying in bounds for Serenia.
Great snatch. One of the seniors here on senior night got his whole family in attendance, so that's great to see.
A 4-yard gain for Serenia, whose mother was my Spanish 4 AP teacher some 19 years ago.
That's
Well,
right.
actually 20 years ago. Oh, jeez.
Still
Yikes.
teaching. Same building, same classroom.
4th down, Morales guns it and finds Duarte for enough for a first down. Gain of 6.
Bellarmine Bells well on their way, should I say, to another hopeful touchdown or score of some sort.
Yeah, hey, 41-14 looks a lot better than 41-7.
That's right. Double digits on both ends of the stick.
Yeah,
That's what we're looking for here. Even a field goal will do in that matter.
Bellarmine has not scored double digits in a WCAL game this year. Morales sidearming one, and it's intercepted. Wow, what a catch.
Really great read by the Mitty defense there, and that's going to be probably the first interception of the season for
Grant Siripov, what a pick.
Yeah. Zero poke. And that is practically going to end the offensive drive for the Bells this game.
Yeah, I mean, they just need one first down.
Yeah,
And yeah, they can sit on it.
that's right. Get into victory formation there.
Sarah Pope, his first pick. 14 tackles on the season for the junior defensive back.
Out comes number 54, Tandem Sudo, just coming off of a big knee injury, one of the Bellarmine nose guards.
And nowhere to go for Peterson. Met by Swall in the backfield, and Peterson's hurt. He's holding his knee, it looks like. They're quickly calling for a trainer.
Yeah, just about everybody.
And Danny Sullivan, head coach, is coming out, so he's concerned. Yeah, this is not good.
Not a good look, and if it's too serious, they're probably just going to call the game at this point. We're hoping the trainers can work something out.
And you hope he's all right. Peterson, number 21 for the Monarchs. He's a running back / linebacker, a junior. Came into the game with 94 rushing yards on the season. He had 8 today, so he crossed 100 yards for the season. So nice little accomplishment there. Played a little bit on defense. Had a 42-yard rush earlier this year. Has a couple of tackles.
That's right, yeah. That's right. Yeah, so still on the ground here. It's not looking good, but
yeah, it's
we're
not.
hopeful that he's going to be okay. Prayers up, though.
Yeah, no, never want to see anybody get hurt. So.
Someone's got to make the basketball schedule.
And when the head coach comes out, you know it's not a light injury. And Sullivan raced out there, their head coach.
And the defense looked pretty concerned. They were quick to call the trainers out onto the field. Something's wrong right away.
And help him up. So he is to his feet. That is good.
That is great to see. Gosh, that's a relief for sure.
Let's see. He's putting a little bit of weight on that right leg, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks like that's going to be the end of that's going to be the end for Peterson.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's kind of dragging. Yeah. Hopefully.
Teammates coming out though to congratulate him. He's had a great few plays here. You know, overall, this has been an absolute domination for the Mitty Monarchs.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you never want to see an injury, but you especially don't want to see an injury when the game's over. Like, this one's been well decided. Under 2 minutes to go. It's kind of hard luck. You know, one of the tough things about football.
that is, and that's like the reason that they'll keep out the second teamers, get put in, get some reps in. Because injuries happen in football, no matter how good you are. And you don't want that to happen to your starters. So, still just as tragic with anybody though. We're all hoping, praying for Peterson's quick recovery, whatever may be up. Looks like he's getting some support from teammates there to get to the training table.
So here we go. 2nd and 11. Eagleson is the new running back. Clock is running.
It's going to be an offsides penalty, I believe. Excuse me. Maybe not.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
5-yarder against the Bells. So we've only had 3 accepted penalties in this game, both ways, and they've all been offside calls.
Just about a minute, 20 seconds remaining in the game. Be concluded shortly.
Probably going to need to snap it twice more. Knee it here and knee it one more time.
A little bit of background sound there.
Yeah, what's going on back
Can't
there?
quite tell, but
A lot of noise.
quite a bit for sure. Clock's under a minute now, just running.
They might, depending on when they snap this.
Yeah, they might get in victory formation.
I think there was technically a false start on the on the snap. They're
That's
not going
right.
to call it, but
Clock's just running down though. 34 seconds
they
left.
might need to snap it one more time. Don't know if they do. Yeah, they're snap it one more time and this will be over. So there we go.
Yep.
That'll be your final score. 41-7. Mitty gets it done. They led 34-0 at the half. Bellarmine made some nice plays in the second half, had the nice touchdown drive, a great touchdown, a pass 37-yarder from Sotelo to Fox, who had a 100-yard receiving day. But in the end, this was all Mitty from start until when the game was essentially over in the third quarter.
What are you going to do? You know, Monarchs are a great team, and the Bells just, they gave it their all. They did. Monarchs, though, they showed up. They showed out. So, great play. Great on both teams.
Yeah, and they're two stars of the day offensively. For Lazaro Farage Washington, 22 carries, 122 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And then Jonah Cronin, through the air, he was 10 for 13 for 148 yards and a touchdown, and then 9 carries for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. So he accounted for 3 touchdowns. Farage Washington accounted for 3 touchdowns. And this was a pretty comprehensive performance here for Mitty. Those two guys especially impressive.
That's right. Yeah, no, definitely a wicked performance for both Washington and Kronig in this game. 2 rushing touchdowns as a starting quarterback. That's legit. He's real dual threat there. And, you know, just great playing overall by the Monarchs. So.
All right, Josh, one more game left in the season for the Bells. What do you want to see out of them in their final game next week?
I just want to see them give it their all. You know, they gave it their all today. And although Sacred Heart Cathedral did take down Mitty in a game, and this was the game that Bellarmine was most projected to win, you know, I just hope our boys can do some work against them. You know, get their name out there.
That will do it for us today. Quick note on the Bellarmine stats again. Michael Fox, 7 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown. Sotelo in his first start of the season, he threw it 16 times. He was 12 for 16 for 109 yards and a touchdown. Jackson Morales in backup duty, 4 for 6 for 49 yards and an interception. Nathan Krabs threw a couple of passes, 1 for 2 for 6 yards. Leading rusher, Justin Donahue, 8 carries for 31 yards. Sotelo, 6 carries for 13 yards this game. So that leaves the Bells with 164 through the air and 50 on the ground. It's 214 yards of offense for Bellarmine compared to 194 plus 86, doing the math. 202 on the ground, 148, it's 366 yards for Mitty. Those are all unofficial. And any final thoughts?